And then I'm going to screen share. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Good. Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Claire Peterlin. Today we're here to talk to you about the IASC Next Career Pathways program, and our special feature today is on the healthcare career pathway. So just to give you some background on the program itself before we jump into healthcare specifics, when I say IASC stands for Itasca Area Schools Collaborative. It's a group of 8 high schools in the Itasca area. So we have Nashwauk, Greenway, Big Fork, Hill City, Grand Rapids, Floodwood, Deer River, Northland Reamer, and then also our community colleges are our partners in IASC. So this healthcare pathway is available to students in all of these schools. As far as what kind of career pathways we offer in IASC Career Pathways, we have manufacturing, business, construction, education, healthcare, natural resources and agriculture, and computer science. And all of these pathways are designed to help you explore opportunities opportunities for your future. So we want to help you figure out what career that you want and then help you prepare for that career through courses and internships, job shadowing, tours. The whole idea is to help you prepare for your future. I've got some people in the waiting room. Okay. So what does the career pathway experience look like? We really have 3 goals for students that we're working on as educators, teachers, and college faculty. Like I said, we want to help you explore your career options. So even if you try a career pathway and you decide that it's not for you, that's still a success. We want to help you figure out what career is right for you. And then if you do decide that a career pathway is right for you, we want to make sure that you have the best experiences that'll help you prepare for that career. So we're providing you classes and opportunities that will help you get a feel for what that career is like and help you grow the skills that you need in that career. For healthcare, for example, all of your counseling offices have registration sheets that'll tell you exactly what courses that you should take if you want to be in the healthcare career pathway. So as you're registering for next year's classes, you can talk to your counselor and your teachers, and they'll help you prepare and pick those classes that you should be in next year if you want to go into healthcare or any of our career pathways. And then lastly, we want to help you excel. So we want to make sure that you are successful in your future, and that's what all of these experiences are designed to do. Make sure that you have the confidence as you move on to college or move on to your career choice, and that you have the best experiences that we can give you. And then before we hop into some Q&A, I'm going to show you a video about the healthcare career pathway. Can everyone hear that?
The Iron Range is very blue collar, hardworking. We've got a good history of strong workforce, but we also have an aging population.
We're facing a demographics problem with the aging baby boomers and the services that they will need.
There's such a shortage of healthcare workers. We are in need of nursing assistants, LPNs, RNs.
We're not the type of people to just give up. We look at a problem and we are developing a solution for it.
The career pathway work is our solution to address some of the workforce needs in our region. We're giving students an opportunity to pause and think about their identities as future professionals, and then give them some resources and some direction to point them towards a career field that might be a good fit for them. We've decided to approach it from a collaborative standpoint. We first introduce them to an introductory course, then we show them the classes they should take, classes such as biology, human anatomy, medical terminology, and the nursing assistant registered class. All help guide a student towards their futures as healthcare professionals.
They tried to make it interesting when we did the healthcare care curriculum, so we'd be practicing like doing the shots and stuff like that and learning how to take blood pressures, and it was helpful.
So we're going to get kids that have a more deliberate focus starting out in their college career. They know what they want to do sooner. They're going to have had experiences, and they're going to be exposed to opportunities throughout the throughout the pathways that are going to make them a more valuable asset to any institution that's going to hire them.
Well, the goal to help solve this shortage is to get the students thinking young and thinking into the career pathway of healthcare by exposing them to the exploratory courses in the 9th and 10th grade year. Hopefully that'll give them some incentive to go forward. Our students are learning valuable skills that they can then take into their careers, into our businesses and industries within our region. We know that we're better preparing our students for their future.
Okay. Oops, this always happens. Plays it twice. Okay, so before we jump into the Q&A, I wanted to kind of do an introduction to who are some of your healthcare career pathway teachers across the Itasca area schools. We have a few of them here with us today, but these are really the best people that you can ask questions to within your high school if you want to know more about the pathway or how to sign up for a class, or if you have questions about healthcare or any of the career pathways, find these people and they would love to talk to you. So we have Nurse Damjanovic at Nashwauk-Keewatin High School. I know that she's on today. We have Mrs. Butterfield, Mr. Umlauf, and Nurse Payne at Greenway High School. We have Mrs. Lindstrom at Grand Rapids High School, Mrs. Heinley at Big Fork High School, Nurse Cole at Deer River High School, Nurse DeLung at Hill City High School, Lynette Howe, who's the Director of Practical Nursing at Itasca Community College. Also Michelle Arnhold, who is heading up the Pre-Professional Health Sciences program at Itasca Community College, and Heidi Schinneberger, who teaches the Nursing Assistant course through Itasca Community College. So like I said, all of these people would love to talk to you about your options in healthcare. Okay, so let's turn it over to some Q&A. I'm going to ask questions and our healthcare career pathway teachers are going to answer. So Mrs. Long, Miss Butterfield, Lynette, any of our teachers here, whichever one of you wants to answer the question, just jump on in, but let's make this a conversation. And then any of the students or guests that we have with us today, if you want to ask any follow-up questions to these, just feel free to pipe right in. So what is the healthcare career pathway? I might have to nominate some speakers. How about you take this one, Mrs. Butterfield?
Okay, Healthcare Career Pathway is a series of courses that are designed to best set up a student for success post-secondary. So we've identified classes that will specifically prepare students for the knowledge and the skills that they will need to go on to take classes at the college level. So things like biology or chemistry, human anatomy, a public speaking course, a writing course, some health and phy-ed classes that are at the high school level, not necessarily for college credit, but they get kids their foot in the door. They get them that basic understanding of concepts and principles. And then when they go on to take college level courses, they don't feel like they're overwhelmed. They feel like they have a good basis of background information and they can move forward, with some confidence to get, the next level of education. So those pathway courses, like I said, it was a team of us that kind of designed and chose from what the schools were already offering. And then we created some new courses that were specifically designed for that purpose.
Perfect. Thanks, Mrs. Butterfield. Anyone have anything to add to that?
I just want to add on to what Ms. Butterfield said about preparing students for success at the college level. These courses were selected and for their relevance in the coursework that they'll be taking after high school. And it's really exciting for me to see students come into the healthcare fields in the education setting and have like a full palette of knowledge already there, so that they don't feel like they're struggling or falling behind, but they are fully prepared to enter in and excel at the college level. And so that is very complimentary about the healthcare pathway, and I'm guessing with all the pathways, is that it really is a team approach, and it's not in nature. It's let's see our students succeed. And I love that about it.
Thank you. All right, so what kind of jobs are there in healthcare? Like a student that takes the healthcare career pathway, what kind of jobs does this help prepare them for?
It really depends on what the student is interested in. The capstone course, Healthcare Concepts, really invites a student to explore what they're interested in, because there's so much of variety. You can go into the social sciences like psychiatry or social work. You can go into more of the technical fields like radiology. You can do physical therapy, occupational therapy, physician, nursing. There's just so many, and it's really neat to see the wide variety and for students to explore their next steps so that they get to their goal.
I really like this program also because it shows you that even if you're not a person who is maybe thinking about doing direct patient care, it shows you all the other options you can get into as far as maybe you want to go into healthcare because you know it's a good field to go into, but you're not into the patient care. Maybe you can do medical coding or still work in healthcare and not have to be in all the gore of it too.
Yeah, and I think the introductory courses that Ms. DeLong and I teach, the healthcare career explorations class to 9th and 10th grade students, focuses on 5 career pathways within the healthcare field. It talks about health informatics, healthcare careers in therapeutics, diagnostics, technology, and support services. And it was kind of interesting because just a couple of weeks ago, I had some guest speakers in my class, and one of the nurses said that right now with COVID, the most important job in the hospital is not the doctor, is not the nurse, it is the housekeepers. Because of with all of the extra caution that we're taking with sanitizing, that has become a super important job. And so even someone that is a housekeeper has an important role in a healthcare setting. And those are now, we're considering those are healthcare jobs, so.
I was muted, of course. What kind of person or student should be in the healthcare career pathway? Like what kind of characteristics would they have, or yeah, what kind of person would they be?
We just did a fun personality assessment in the introduction to healthcare in the exploratory class, and it's really all types of people. You know, there are so many jobs in healthcare that really all personality types can fit in. If you're a people person and you like working with people, there's jobs in human resources, nursing, being a physician or a physician's assistant. If you are shy and withdrawn, maybe a desk job is more something along your lines, and you would be great in the records keeping or the medical coding that was talked about. But really there's no type of person that's right for healthcare. Every type can be right. You have to have a desire to help people. You have to have a desire to continue learning and to always be able to change with the changing, the changes that we experience in life.
Perfect, thank you. So as a student in the healthcare career pathway, what kind of experiences would they be able to look forward to? And are there college credits or certificates that students can earn?
I know just a very small part of what we do of the class that Allison and I teach. You do get a lot of hands-on experience in class as far as learning vitals and patient interviews and mock job interviews and things like that. It's nice to touch the equipment and be able to actually do that assessment on a person.
Lynette, what kind of pieces of equipment are at the college that students in the pathway taking that capstone course could get to use?
So our capstone course is designed for students to come to the simulation lab once a month. And within that simulation lab, we have students go through physical therapy equipment, occupational therapy equipment, blood pressures, injections, heart monitors, mannequin simulators that students can listen to heart and lung sounds, vowel sounds. Sometimes we even put a little voice in, you know, to give them a little scare. And also the birthing mannequin. And then we have a day of the birthing and then baby care, including shaken baby and fetal alcohol, some of that knowledge. And that would be one of the courses that is a college credit course, and that is a capstone course. So it's for those older students interested in healthcare. The other college credit course would be the nursing assistant and medical terminology. But very careful with this being a 9 to 12 age group for grades, careful to really appreciate the high school teaching and the high school preparation. And I can't say that enough. We do have, you know, the 3 courses embedded in it, but that is at the higher level because we really want students to experience success when they move on to college.
Thank you. And this is going to continue on with you, Lynette, but what options would exist for post-secondary programs for a student who decides that they want to go on to do some sort of healthcare in college?
So locally within our region, we are now considered Minnesota North College, soon to be official. But within our college, we have nursing assistant. We have that on 3 campuses. We have practical nursing, and that is on 3 campuses. We have registered nursing, and you can go advanced standing, so you can be LPN to RN, and that is on 3 campuses. Medical coding, medical lab technician, dental assisting, and then outside of this IASC region, there's, I mean, it's numerous: physical therapy, occupational therapy, physician's assistant, physician, nursing, everything. It's wide open.
Great. So as a student who might want more information on the career pathways, where are some of the first places they could look within their high schools?
I think the first place that they're going to want to look is they're going to want to check in with their guidance counselors. The guidance counselors are going to know the specific teachers in each school that are going to be able to give them some more information or have a conversation about the healthcare pathway.
Perfect. Okay, so we just went over a number of questions related to the healthcare career pathway. I just wanted to open it up in case any of our students or any of our guests want to ask anything or add any comments onto anything we covered. Nope. Okay. So I am going to stop the recording now, but stay on the line. What I do want to say is if you are watching the recording, there is a survey that's going to be going out with the recording where you can enter your contact information, your parents' contact information, a little bit about yourself, like what grade you're in, what school you go to, and what pathways you're interested in. And by doing that, you're going to be on a contact list for us so that we can make sure that you get the materials you need for registration. And every student that fills out that survey is going to get a little gift from Next Career Pathways. So there's an incentive to fill out the survey. If you're looking on where you can find that survey, just like we said earlier, your guidance counselor is probably going to be one of the best places to look for that. But also, this is my contact info. You can email me directly, or you can send me a text and I'll send it right to you. So leave that up there for just a couple seconds. And then we'll stop the recording.